The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times, and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
The play action fake. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to power it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's good. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the catch down the right side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Firing to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gators.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, Davey.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success in the...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. about to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get it dragged together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from him.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. It's complete. And he couldn't quite make it in. He's run out of bounds at the 1.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
They'll try to pick up the first. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best, and that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They're trying to get to him.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Offense working from the pistol. Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
it's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return, it's good. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He's got it. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Going up top on first down. Got it.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that. Because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Give to the running back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They'll throw it on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got his man on the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He wants to take the top off. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Tackle is made. pick up a free.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. To the ground with the back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Getting some heat. That's caught. It's Singleton. The little toss to the fullback there didn't get big yardage, but it does let the defense know they can't ignore it.
Dang right. It's a changeup. It's not going to be something I live with and do all the time and try to feature him out of the backfield, but if I can slip him the football every now and again and deter you from blitzing and assuming run when the fullback's always in the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the 1st half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The give out of the gun. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with the lone back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or, what would you say? Throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Running back searching for a hole. And the ball squirted out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. Gets a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Fires to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for this offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida 45, Michigan 14.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Get set, get set.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Scrambling away. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field, playing great defense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the gun, looking for a man. He got it. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And this defense is had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, and he builds some momentum for some future games.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's good. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the third sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Looking for the two-point try. Wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The kickoff team is out there, and their number one job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. He'll bring it out. It's good. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After misfiring, it's second down. The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on the track.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
And the returner goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. The 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
It's complete. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the
Touchdown, Gator! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds his man in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The give and the run on 4th down. The Wolverines will have a 1st down.
We're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else, but 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense with the ground game clicking? Or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Get set, get set.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.